2 years, and all of a sudden he started bowling right now. Okay.
Stream is live, I think.
Yep. Hello, everyone, and happy Sunday for each and every single one of you. And we know why exactly we are here. What else? The final day of the Test cricket, the final day in the
Match.
fourth Test match, and what better position India are in right now. It's all up to Shubman Gill and KL Rahul. The way they showed the determination yesterday, coming back from 0 for 2 to the place where exactly they're sitting in right now, is something to the next level. So, to understand more about what's going to happen, to understand what's might be the things on the day 5, the final day in the test, let's have our panelist welcoming for this particular show. Let me first welcome uh, to the show. I have Selva, Roman, Yashbhai, Aruneshbhai. Welcome back, ladies. Sorry, gentlemen, to this particular show. I don't have any ladies, but yeah, through the flow it has come in. But yeah, no hard feelings on anyone. Okay, but guys, trust me, it's gonna be a very, 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 very interesting test match on day 5. India are just trailing by what 137 runs on day 5. They have to beat it, and they have to give the lead. And looking at the way how the things are rooting on day 5, is that it's going to be a comfortable draw, and what is exactly expected. And to give more about the stats and the numbers, for the first time in the test history, Jasprit Bumrah has conceded more than 100 runs in his entire test career. And Ben Stokes did not even bowl prior to this particular series for last 2 years, has come out and picked up a fifer in this particular test match, and also joined the elite list of the Gary's Philsobers and other people, wherein also picking up 200 wickets and also scoring more than 4,000 runs in a test cricket. So, considering all these things, considering all these numbers, and also Shubman Gill becoming the first Asian player to score over 650 runs, especially in England. So that's one of the records which has been broken yesterday. And uh, KL Rahul has been looking as solid and completely cemented his wicket on the crease. He was looking so solid. Okay, let me first go into Selva and ask you, Selva, let me know your first thoughts from 0 to 2 to 174 for 2.
Like 0 to 2 to a 150 run partnership. Maybe it might be stitched to 200 as well today. So it's a great determination shown by the two Indian batsmen. So one side an experienced candidate like KL Rahul, who is performing well in all the test matches, and Shubman Gill had a bit of dip in the previous test, but like there came about captaincy issues with him. Like, there are lots of talk, but apart from keeping captaincy aside, so as a batsman, he is always proving himself a good one. Okay, so they started to stick themselves. They laid their angers in the both the side of the pitches. Like here, like only one fall shot was provided from Shubman Gill's end, and other than that, it was a complete test match knock. So how to play a side who's trying to dominate as a visiting team. So previously we have seen from Lakshman and Dravid and from AB de Villiers and Ashim Amla. So they when Kolkata and one and also the same happened in India versus India only. They both showed determined visiting batters like Ashim Amla and De Villiers showed much kind of determination. They were trying so hard to draw the test match. The same things which we are showing to the England part as well. Now they are frustrated. They started to show different kinds of plans in the bowling setup as well yesterday. Like in few overs, there were lots of changes and lots of plans coming into it. So it's going to be an interesting test match today. So first 1 hour will be the crucial one where the old ball will be doing some kind of things where Jofra Archer, Chris Wokes will be playing a vital role with that. Chris Wokes yesterday he beautifully like, bowled beautifully well, and also Dawson also bowled beautifully well, more economical kind of stuff, and they also tackled him as well in a pretty much easier manner, like when it comes to Indian batters, right? So today it's going to be the more crucial. First 1 hour will be crucial, and then it will be like a solid Indian batting thing. So first one hour they have to play very much cautious, and then it will be a draw kind of match for sure.
We all know it's going to be a definite draw today, but at the same point of time, let's go back and understand the defense what KL Rahul is playing right now. I mean, we all know that it's going to be a draw. It's not going anywhere else. Arunesh bhai, let me have your thoughts on how exactly the things are rooting and shaping it up for KL Rahul. He is becoming one of the solid openers what India was looking for quite some time right now. I mean, definitely he's having another 3 to 4 more years of cricketing career in him. He will continue to open for Team India, but just by looking at the way he's performing at England, and also this is the third time where he's touring for England. He's also scored more than 454 runs, especially in this series, just as an opener. So, your thoughts on KL Rahul?
Yeah, KL Rahul was long touted as a great strength for the Indian team because of the technique that he had and the reliability like selectors and all the captains, previous captains showed on him was way too much because of the thing that he brings stability. Right now, if you see the modern day batters, they are just about smashing the ball even in test cricket. But we can see a pure, proper test batsman in the form of KL Rahul, and it is an asset for our Indian team as well. Right now, he is in the form of his life because he has been they're dealing with the conditions as well as with the ball that is coming and playing on its merit. And the drives that he has are sumptuous cover drives and all the on drives and the kind of shots we see, the textbook shots that he has. So we can see the flourishing batsman in the form of KL Rahul. So he's now realizing his talent even more because he's being consistent. And in this series alone, he has scored 500 plus runs right now, and with one more test to go. So I am backing him to even cross the 600 run mark along with Shubman Gill. It will be a great record that two Indian batters are crossing 600 plus runs on a Sena tour. So that means a lot, even if the wickets are not the kind of wickets that they were used to, but still it requires patience, grit, and determination, which KL Rahul is showing these days. So right now, talking about his batting in this test, we saw how he negated the first session, even in the first innings, when the conditions were overcast and the ball was swinging and bouncing also. Because in Manchester, the ball usually bounces more than the other tracks in England, and he completely decimated the England attack by wearing them down as he plays the proper test cricket. And right now also he is negating the dual nature of the pitch as well, because the pitch right now is behaving unevenly, and it is some balls are bouncing and some balls are keeping low, as well as the ball is turning from the center of the wicket, as well as we can see how Dawson is troubling the batters. But right now the grit and determination are even more than the kind of pitch or kind of unevenness that it is showing. So we really want that KL Rahul and Gill should bat out the whole day, like it used to be in the earlier days when Rahul Dravid and VVS Lakshman just towed upon that famous Australian attack. So that is it from my side, that KL Rahul should play accordingly.
Exactly. Yes, let me take a couple of comments right now. Like Rajendra is asking, yes, it's going to be a complete, a good day for batting, I believe, because look at the way, like yesterday, the way England was batting, like they were not throwing out the wickets. It was a nice sunny day for a typical test match cricket to be played on. Yes, it's going to be remaining the same way. And I'm not seeing any chances of rain or anything interrupting this particular test match so far. Yes, goes on saying, like, I think remote possibility of a win, Shubman Gill and KL Rahul, the way they are playing, can surprise us with an intent of survive in the first hour of the day of the today's session, unseparated. Yes, I totally agree with you. But looking at your second comment, I've actually given me a little bit of like raising my eyebrow, saying like giving 8 9 runs a target in it's not so easy, especially looking at the way the England bowling lineup is also there. The ball is pitching, turning a lot as well. You just need to be very, very careful with Joe Root can also turn the ball. Mind you, it's not so easy uh, to outplay Joe Root as well. And Satya goes on and asking, is there any chance of losing this test if England gets back to back 2 to 3 wickets as 137 left, just like the last test match? Yes, a beautiful question as well. That's the reason why, like, we are just hoping both KL Rahul and Shubman Gill to just to outplay the first 1.5 hour of this particular test match, because you never know what's going to happen. Couple of good balls can actually bring you, like, as the commentators keep on saying, like, what, one brings two, two brings three. So that might be the possibility as well, because still the injury concerns and Rishabh Pant coming out to bat on this particular day looks to be certain, but as we all know that he's out for 6 weeks and he cannot play test cricket or any form of cricket for the next 6 weeks. It's going to be a huge damage for Team India and the Indian cricket as well. So now I'm coming back to you, Romin Bhai. Looking at the way Ben Stokes is actually thinking, okay, so like, he's a very clever cricketer. You know what exactly he actually does for each and every single over and each and every single player. We have seen lots of field changes here and there. He brought a short slip. I mean, the second slip, Ollie Pope was almost onto the ground, trying to take that particular catch, just like stretch his arms or something like that when Dawson was actually bowling. Okay, and for every 2 or 3 overs, like, if you have completely observed the match, we know that he was rotating the fielders here and there just to confuse the batsmen. With all these things, the clever batsman, what, or a clever captain, what Ben Stokes is actually doing. Can we your thoughts on Ben Stokes?
I think first of all, I think I rate his captaincy very high. We have seen the captaincy of someone like Virat Kohli, who is having a different procedures to operate. But it feels that the sense that every time that every something is going to coming in, something is going to come in, that aura that he is going to build up. I still feel that tactically he is a someone who can, one of the best in the history of cricket we have seen in terms of using the tactics. But I still feel that Radha, the pitch is not helping the bowlers as much it should have helped. So the tactics are not going to work as per his expectations, because these two are the seasoned campaigners. We have seen that they keep themselves really cool and composed until and unless ball has misbehaved and those changes are coming into the picture. But overall, when we can say that the tactical use of the fielders, tactical changes in the bowling as well. Ben Stokes is going to present us. It is not going to be an easy task to survive. Definitely, those crucial 90 overs are going to be a lot of important part, and more importantly, this day is really important where there will be the mandatory 90 overs until and unless we have weather interruptions. Otherwise, on other days, if there is 80, 85 overs, we are going to conclude in a day. But in this case, we have to conclude those 90 overs at any cost. So the India is need to play out those 90 overs for the mandatorily, and hopefully these two can play the majority of the balls, majority of the overs. And in the 17 overs, the new ball is also coming up. So that is the portion of 15-20 overs we need to survive. And then let's see how the game is funding up. And I still feel that people are waiting that this will be the draw, but I still feel that this test match has lots to unfold. I guess India is going to play some positive cricket, and maybe they want to give 150 or 200 odd runs to them to score out in last session, and then you're going to taking away the game. So I still feel that overall this is a rare series where we are seeing those interesting 5 days in coming up. So overall, I still feel that lot to coming up in with, and definitely, as you say, that one of the best tactical captain after MS Dhoni, I have seen someone like Ben Stokes who are operating.
Exactly. I mean, why this particular question arises at this point of time? Because you know what exactly he has done in the first innings, and also the way the series was actually going out in India's favor, especially at Lords. Also, they played it really beautifully. And all credit again, like, we have to give it to the entire team management. They played as a team, they won as a team, just supporting the captain's thought process. So when I'm coming to the thought process, like, I have just have a couple of comments to take up on right now. I'll take that and I'll come back to you guys. We have only Pant who can stand playing three bowling all rounders is never a good choice. Yes. That's again a very good question. You cannot completely depend upon Rishabh Pant at any point of time. Any updates on Mohammad Siraj and Jasprit Bumrah's ankle injury? Yes, because we know the kind of workload what these two people are having right now. They played continuously, especially when it comes to Mohammad Siraj. He has been continuously like playing all the four tests, and also bowled over like what 150 overs in this particular test series. Again, in the last innings also he has bowled almost like 30 plus overs. Especially Mohammad Siraj, he has taken the complete burden on him. And again, Jasprit Bumrah bowling 33 overs, which is a more and more concerning thoughts that India cannot over rely on apart from these two people is what I'm completely going against. Like, yeah, we are just like awaiting a proper confirmation from the BCCI on their ankle injury. If that is the case, like it's going to be a difficult task for India in the fifth test. Stokes and Oaks turned out as the cracks of India hope. Uh, I still feel like that, Satya, but India is just hoping to draw this particular test match. And Nizamuddin goes on saying, like, Karun Nair deserves another chance. Don't you think so? Uh, Looking at the chance, looking at the body language, what Karun Nair has having in the dressing room, he might have received a message that he might not get a further chance in his cricketing career, especially in the international cricketing career. I'm sure that his comeback to Karnataka team might actually show up lots more of hopes as well. Uh, Yes, let's hope that. And there is one final comment as of now. Bumrah's pace has dropped greatly in this test. He hasn't bowled a ball over 140 Ks in the whole test. And even after the rest in Edgbaston and Mohammad Kaif's talking about his retirement, any thoughts? Uh, if I say it's going to be a too early kind of a thing, but let's hope the official confirmation coming from Jasprit Bumrah alone, because you never know what's going to happen. We have seen 2025 as an year of retirements for the major Indian cricketers, especially from the last PGT, the way Ashwin retired in the middle of the series. We never know what's going to happen. Uh, we have heard rumors about like what chances will be given to the international players only if they play Ranji cricket also, like when a couple of international players went back and played a Ranji cricket, and then all of a sudden just before the start of a new WTC cycle, we saw Rohit Sharma announcing and also Virat Kohli announcing his retirement as well. So along with that, many of the other international players also, like we have seen Nicholas Puran announcing his retirement. So I'm not hoping, and especially we at Crigs Sanify are not exactly ready for all these things. But yeah, let's hope for the best that these all the things will not repeat, especially in this particular year. We have seen lots of outbreaks already. But yes, this has been the thing. Now, and my next question to you, Selva, like what might be the England team might be thinking right now? Because the Stokes is not going to bowl in this particular test match again, because I'm sure we thought that he might like what he was already having an hamstring problem. He was struggling to bat upon in the first innings. Even though he scored a century, there was a lot and lot of things like he was actually struggling, especially to take a single run. Now to come out and uh, what's going to happen about the England's bowling, because we have seen Joe Root bowling 5 overs, Dawson bowling 22 overs, and Archer, Cars, and Oaks bowling another rest of the overs. So, what's England will be thinking right now? How to outplay India, and what exactly India will be thinking? India, I'll ask come to you later, but like let me first understand like what England will be thinking right now in the absence of what
So
Ben Stokes.
they will stick on to the basic plan actually. Like yesterday, what they did was they were actually sticking on to the plan, like which was exceptionally outplayed by the Indian batters. Even though there were half volleys which was bowled, full length deliveries which was bowled to tempt the batters, it was just well left. They were leaving so many balls. How KL Rahul did in all the test matches, he used to leave every ball side. The same thing was followed by Shubman Gill as well. So those kinds of things will be happening. They will be sticking to the basic plan because yesterday we saw bouncer plan didn't work well because there was not much of bouncer like traveling so speed that there is no bounce in the wicket, that much wicket as we saw yesterday. Even Jofra Archer was struggling, they were able to easily tackle him as well. The Bryden Cast is trying to hit the stumps, exploit those stumps in the stump line, and Chris Wokes also trying to bowl onto the stump line only. Why? Because that is the only way of picking up wicket. The batsman should make kind of mistake, because if you bowl outside the off stump, they're just leaving it out. If you're bowling into the stump, they're trying to defend it. There is some kind of chances of LPW or bold. So these are the things they are trying to exploit. And with Dawson, they will be trying to exploit the rough part, but they will easily negotiate it by with playing with the pads. So this will be the more kind of basic plans. One changes will be coming in the sense, like Chris Wokes, while Chris Wokes bowling, there will be Jamie Smith standing up to the stumps. Why? Because to make sure the batsmen are not coming front and playing those balls easily. So to trap in the grease, so Jamie Smith will be standing up to the wicket, and other things resting, they have to do the same thing which they were trying to grid in Lord's test match, right? They were trying to stick with the plan, basic plan, what need to be done. Batsman will give a chance. One half chance can create good things. Like yesterday, they give one chance was provided, which was left out. Same way in the first session, if we get any one kind of chances in one side of the wicket, any one of the batsmen making mistakes, then like England will be trying to cash in with the bowling attack. So that's the thing will be happening. Other than that, there's nothing to do with the wicket or any other things. So both the teams are showing great determination against each other. So it will going to be a good sport. How it happened in Lord's cricket. So same thing it will be.
Exactly. I'm going to come to you on the next Arunish Pai for the next question. Before that, let me take this comment. What might be the reason for Indian bowling attack not capitalizing the bounce and the movement of the pitch? And do you think Shardul could have been utilized more along with Sundar and who bowled well? Yes, cricket analyst, like I'm totally agreeing with you on this particular point because you have four fast bowling all rounders. I mean, especially Shardul Thakur, the way he has been bowling, the way he was been picked up into the squad. Uh, Somewhere, I particularly feel that certain things are actually not working out well for Team India because you are bringing what Washington Sundar in the 68th over, who has actually picked up and given you 4 wickets in the last test match and still not giving any option. Okay, so we know Oli Pop is going to get struggling with the spin, and you hold him back for when a new ball is due in next 12 overs. Okay, so that's not a good sign of like utilizing your full capable bowlers. Point number one. And point number two is even though Shardul Thakur can actually break the partnership, he has holds the record to break a minimum, I mean, n number of partnerships as well. And his history tells that. That's why, for a reason, he has been called as Lord of breaking the partnerships, right? And still, you're not utilizing him and overburdening your prime bowling options, which is Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Siraj. Okay, so this is going to impact Team India very badly when they lose these kind of fast bowlers who have been in a very prime stage. I know the conditions are suitable for the fast bowling, but it doesn't mean that you go back to your prime bowler every now and then. You need to start rotating your bowlers, and that's how Team India was actually playing for the last 10 to 12 years. And all of a sudden, the things have been changing. The rotation policy have been changing. Not really sure what exactly is happening. Now, Arunesh bhai, I'll come to you. First, as we have already discussed, like what Team India will be looking after from right now, understanding what exactly is there. Uh, Now, is there a possibility if we can also look in this particular way? The first one hour belongs to England. So then what should Team India do after that?
Yeah, if like the condition that you're giving, if England manages to get a wicket or or 2 wickets in the first hour, because first hour of the final day is definitely crucial for both the teams, and if England somehow manages to pick up the wickets of the overnight batters or one of the batters, then I think India would be under pressure definitely because Rishabh Pant, we don't know when he will be going out to bat, and if he's not coming out to bat, then we have the all-rounders definitely straight away. So right now we have Ravindra Jadeja, who we can trust definitely as a batter more. But the coming of all-rounders like Shardul Thakur and Washington Sundar, so it will be tough for India. But I think if India manages to play on the merit, and they will look to first settle down, because any new batter that will be coming onto the crease, it will be tough for him on the final day to survive. So first of all, they will be looking to settle down, and then I think rotation of strike is the most important thing we can consider in on day five, because if one batter is stuck on the crease for a whole over or 2 3 overs, Then on this final day, there will be a ball, given ball, like with a dismissal right now, because the unevenness of the pitch will come into play, and we have seen that right now Dawson is struggling to bowl to right-handers because the ball is going away. But whenever right now they have India have three left-handers still come on to bat, so he will be firing into the rough, and those roughs we don't know how much bounce and turn he will be getting. So it will be tough to negate that as well, because Dawson, I'm definitely sure that he will be bowling most of the day right now, as the pitch will be conducive to the kind of bowling that he has. He fires it in like Jadeja. He has that pace as well in bowling, and there will be roughs for him to exploit. So other than that, that India will definitely look to rotate strike, and their strategy will be to look for an odd boundary as well in between. They if because the batters go into a shell, then it will be tough for the whole team to negate and come back from there. So overall strategy of India will lie on how they assess the conditions after they lose the wicket, and then just don't block like blockathon should not be the purpose in day 5. They should rotate the strike and play normal test cricket as it is used to as right now KL Rahul and Shubman Gill are playing, because in the last session yesterday we saw how India went on to score no boundary with more than 100 plus balls. So that's how tough and hard Test cricket is played. When the chips are down, and the situation becomes difficult, then only the true character of the batters are judged. So right now it will be a test, and it is a feast and treat for all the viewers to see another test going on to day 5, and I am sure it will definitely go on to the last hour again.
Exactly. Final day, lots of excitement. Now, Roman, by understanding this, like to talk about the tail end batting of Team India. Okay, it's been a serious concern for Team India right now in the last few years. If you're talking about that, the last partnership, the last tail end partnership, what we have seen is between Mohammad Shami and Jasprit Bumrah in England. Okay, against Stuart Broad. And after that, we have not seen tail end contributing more than like 80 runs in this entire series as well. So I'm talking about number 7, 8, 9, and 10 and 11. The last five things, apart from Ravindra Jadeja, if you just exclude him, looking at the other batsmen, not more than 88 or 85 runs have been scored in this entire series. So your thoughts on tail end batting for Team India?
Think first of all, Rajbhai, if you are having a long batting lineup, it will always going to help you in any format. It is more important, especially in the Test cricket, because in a ODM and T20 you might not get having a chances of batting over there for the longer amount of time. But in a Test cricket, definitely a decent contributions from the lower order can change the game. We have seen that Braden Carter's 50 in the first Test match has changed the total momentum in the favor of England, and ultimately they are going to winning the Test match. So these kind of tiny things what we need to take into the consideration in terms of winning Test matches, especially when we have a good batting lineup. When you are traveling abroad, especially in China countries, the 40, 50, 60 runs are always going to make a lot of differences. Unfortunately, we don't have that kind of a luxury what other team do possess. So it is the point where we can't, and especially at this juncture, we cannot teach them how to bat. But more importantly, we can improve that particular skill of surviving. By taking those balls, taking some blows on your body sometimes, and just try to hang in there. We have seen in a previous test match where Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Siraj try to replicate that hanging around things. Unfortunately, the Siraj has not been able to cope up with that particular delivery. So I still feel that you cannot teach them skills how to bat, but you can develop that characteristic to price that their wicket. Put some price on their wicket. It just try to lead their mentality, and hopefully we might see some better contributions from their side, because we cannot teach them how to bat, developing the techniques. I don't think so. It is comes naturally. I still feel that the more opportunities they're trying to get, especially in terms of a batting, they may going to improve in future time, and hopefully this will going to work it around. And one disadvantage of having this kind of a poor tail is that we definitely need to go with someone who is especially batting all rounder. If we have a good someone lower or better, we definitely go with someone like Kuldeep Yadav in a 11. And I still feel that in a test match cricket, 600 run not going to win you the test matches. The 20 wicket is going to win you the particular test match. So I still feel that that is hunting us, and GG and company or whatever the management, they need to focus on try to develop someone who can give you 30-40 runs with 7 or 8 number better, and hopefully we are going to improve in the future.
Exactly. I mean, just to add on to your point, like what exactly you have been saying, it's just that, like, as of now, it's something looking that both Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Siraj have completely been focusing on their bowling, because the kind of efforts what they're putting on the pitch, like as one of our cricket analysts also mentioned, that there was not even a single ball where he has bowled 140 plus. So that's actually looking like a more and a more concern thing as well. So considering all these things, like looking at the way the team India is shaping up, it's going to be a difficult task when you're not having. Just look at the way the Brendan Cars has actually batted for Team England. They have an opportunity to go and swing their arms. Okay, and but at the same point of time, you should also give a confidence. Like look at the way Liam Dawson has come back to the side, and without any fear, he was trying to go and attack your prime bowlers, especially Ravindra Jadeja, Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Siraj. Even though he contributed around 25-30 runs also, that's a very important contribution for England as of now. On day 5, especially as we have already thought and discussed about the climate and the weather is going to remain sunny, but at the same point of time, you cannot override, or you cannot just take out the things what we have to say. It's going to be a difficult task for Team India in the absence of Stokes, who is not at bowling in this particular test match so far. But we never know what's going to happen, especially looking at the way, like we thought Stokes might be not bowling in the second test. He came back and he also bowled brilliantly, and he has also took his team to the border as well. So now understanding all these things, uh, putting this things into one single thing, a difficult task for Team India, but definitely draw is on the cards, and it's not going to be any team's victory so far. So if you ask us, like draw is looking at somewhere around 70%, and England's victory is at 20%, and India's victory is somewhere, I would say, around like 5 to 10%. I would say at this point of time, looking at the things how it is exactly shaping up. Let me take a couple of questions here from our viewers, saying like Syed is saying, Ishwaran, when will he get an opportunity? Questions to be unanswered, because we have been discussing a lot and lot on his inclusion in the squad, but still not getting an opportunity is the biggest concern. And after he came into the squad, almost 13 people have made a debut for Indian team, including Anshul Kamboj in in this particular test match. Thoughts of inclusion of Narayan Jagadishan? Yes, still might be in the cards. I mean, in the squad, but still getting an opportunity in the playing 11. If he gets a chance in playing 11,
11.
again I know, again if he gets a chance in playing 11, then it's going to be a heartbreak for Eastwaran.
You sure
Playing,
exactly. 16 members completed their debut in this
yeah,
timeline when he was selected for the Indian team.
exactly. So the way he has contributed for Tamil Nadu, and then he moved out for Bengal also. There also he has played brilliantly, scoring over like having a domestic runs of more than 7,000 runs in a domestic career is not so easy for any batsman. Just sitting and warming the bench also. But yeah, you need to feel sorry for him. The talent, especially Team India is having, is way too big. Especially the opening partnership, you cannot take out Yashasvi Jaiswal as well as KL Rahul at this point of time. Number 3 has been a thing. Again, like there are lots of questions, cricket analysts. Like if you ask me, I'm also in a situation where I'm totally shambled, not able to understand what exactly is happening. your bowling coach gives you something like it all depends upon the captain to make use of the players, and like then Shardul Thakur comes back and saying like it depends upon the captain, and then like somewhere we are feeling there is no particular role. Okay, so I just don't want to make it as a controversial kind of a thing, but I just wanted to like stay strong that hope Team India might come back. We will discuss all these things tomorrow, like what's going to be the end result.
I will.
And
I want to give some stats over here. So, as we were speaking about the lower order batting, right? About India, we in the last 10 years we are having the least average from number 8 to number 10 batsman, which is 12. The highest score which is scored by those batsmen are just 78, whereas England is having 16 average. Okay, in the last 10 years, if you take, and there are lots of centuries from those parts as well. So we can see why England is dominating us and why India is not there. Even Zimbabwe is ahead of us. We are in the last when we compare to the table, like around just 12 average. Like there are more than 129 players who have been played in those parts. Even though we are not able to get a right kind of match or a fine for number 8 to 10, there are no such contribution or determination played to save a test match or to score runs. Even though if we are a bowlers, they have to play with bat because it's around unlimited overs of cricket in test match comes to play, right? So those things are
that,
not happening. And
that's
we saw
exactly what I was thinking. Let me come back to the final segment in the show, Selva. Roman bhai, we know what's going to be the end result, but your thoughts on what might be the results today?
think I still feel by that, this is not that test match where, it's going to simply go into 100 in a draw. It will be more drama, I feel that, and it will be the exciting test match where India is going to score up. They are trying to get out the deflect as soon as possible, and in a second session, they are going to score some runs and give a chance to the England. So it will be the fascinating test match. But still feel that a 70% possibility of a draw, and there is 30% what I have explained that might be the possibility that either side should go for the result, and let's see what is panning out. But overall, it will be going to a fascinating day of the Test cricket, and definitely a exciting day lies ahead for us.
Exactly, Roman bhai. Arnish bhai, your thoughts?
Yeah, my thoughts are that it will definitely be going to the last hour of the day, and considering the grit that has been shown by Team India, I'm definitely seeing a fight from the batters, and there are a lot of like comparisons being made about KL Rahul and Shubman Gill being the Rahul Dravid and VS Lakshman of that era.
Never.
So right now we know we shouldn't go into that comparisons because right now there is a full day of Test cricket that is pending, and it will be a fighting one. And I'm definitely backing Rishabh Pant to also show some grit and come out to bat and play his fighting innings that we can see the last time before he will be out for 2 months, and it will be a fighting day for both the teams as England also has a strategist, great thinker of a captain that is Ben Stokes. He can set different kinds of fields. Remember that field during the Ashes that was set for Usman Khwaja? That was an
Correct.
umbrella field where leg side and offside were packed and fuller length bowls deliveries were bowled to lure the batsman into a drive for a catch.
Exactly. One, two, three, four. Yeah, he's back.
Yeah, it will be an exciting day for Test cricket for all the fans as well as the players. It will be an exciting day for fans and the players.
Let's hope. We're just like an hour and a half to go. Selva, your final thoughts.
it's going to be a draw definitely. So here and there, like if our Indian batsmen make mistake, definitely England will try to get into the batting lineup of India. So our Indian batters already shown some kind of grit. Jadeja, Washington Sundar, and Shardul Thakur was in the first innings. He was good in the first innings. So those kinds of determination has to be shown. Why? Because Shardul Thakur is not given that much of bowling. There is no such confidence on him as a bowler. but he is playing as a batter, complete kind of a lower order batter. So he has to prove his place in the upcoming Test matches and for the upcoming Test series to stay in with Indian cricket team, because they have already found an alternate for him, Nitish Kumar Reddy. So he is in injury. So because of that, he is playing to make sure he holds his place in a tight way. So he has to play this Test match in a very well manner. And we like I hope like we also got a news that Rishabh Pant will be playing today if Team India needs with his fractured leg aspect. So these kinds of things are happening. More of determination, courage, perseverance, and lots of things have been coming towards Indian cricket, and they are showing maturity in this Test match, particularly in this innings. So it has to be made converted
That
into a
that means to
result-oriented one.
say, like, if Rishabh Pant is actually coming on to bat, that means to say that we are actually not confident on our Indian batting lineup. Is
It's
just what I wanted to say.
no,
Even though
it
we might have a confidence on our current playing seven, leaving Rishabh Pant aside, you have Shubman Gill still on the crease, KL Rahul still on the wicket, Ravindra Jadeja to follow. You have Shardul Thakur to come back again.
Washington Sundar.
Washington Sundar is also there. Just we pray that they stick on and save the day for Team India, because it's not going to be easy for India to score that 137 at the start of the day, because we are just 13 overs away, and England team will be looking very, very hard to wind up the 13 overs. We might be not surprised if England starts with the day with Joe Root and Liam Dawson as well. Wind up those first 13 overs, get the new ball in, get these two batsmen sending back to the pavilion, and we can wag up the tail, which is so easy task for Team India. Or else, like, if Team India would have scored, like if we have come back to a trail of like 100 runs or odd, then it would have been a completely different scenario. Okay. Yesterday, I mean, like having a dot balls of 100 dot balls without a scoring a boundary, it just like it remembers me what would be the end result for Team India, like just like what happened in 2023 World Cup, scoring no boundaries for almost like 25 overs, mind you. Okay. So I'm not
Whatever
just like,
No,
sorry.
whatever the cases we are there, they need to be with the determination. We are going to stick with this match, whether it's runs coming or not. It's going to be a draw kind of scenario. We will play whole day, and we will stick on to this. This is our plan because we are having oval test match ahead, so which will provide a chance of drawing the test match as well for us, leveling the series. So we have to stick on to this. Then only we can survive this series, test match and WTC as well. So that should be the case. So that's what the mindset will be.
So looking at the mindset and the body language of the complete Indian players, as of now, I could actually understand it's a complete confusion in the bunch there. Uh, so that's been a worrying concerns for Team India in the longer format of the things. I'm going to talk more tomorrow after seeing the end result, but let's hope today India just survive the first 1.5 hour is my thing. So with all these things being said, like it's been over 44 minutes of our conversation and our discussion. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, who have been joining and watching and also keeping on supporting us right through. So let's hope India win. I mean, try to draw this particular test match when is a far difficult task and an easy task for England at this point of time. So it's going to be like what I would say, like a 45% of a chance for a draw, 45% of a chance of a victory to Team England, and 10% of a chance for a victory. I mean, it's highly impossible, but yeah, let's give it a go for Team India as well. Yes, once again, thanks to all the people who have been joining us, watching us live. Himesh Patel, Sai, the cricket analyst, Yash, you guys have been amazing, keeping us, and Balwant as well, Satya, Rajendra as well. Like all these guys, like thank you so much for keeping on supporting us, and do come back tomorrow. We will come back right tomorrow for the update as well. So till then, take care. Don't go anywhere. Take care of yourself, and you know what exactly you have to do. Please like, share, and also do subscribe.